Now, if we move to the stage 2,
Yeah.
we're going to shop for the policy.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
When you are pretty certain you can qualify for an IUL policy, it's time to set up the goal and do some product shopping. Knowing what you want and what you have will make this process so much easier.
For any individual who wants to use IUL for income, he or she need to know what's your desired income in the future.
You could do it that way.
Right?
You could do it that way. If I tell you that I want to have an income at 65 coming out of this, I want an income of $50,000 a year coming out of this, tax-free. The agent can then reverse engineer it so that they can turn around and say, okay, based on these criteria, you're going to need to put this much money in every year in order to get $50,000 of income out when you're 65 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that works rather nice. So that's one way of engineering it. The other way of engineering it is telling the agent, I have this much money I want to put in every year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the agent can then run the calculation and determine how much income that's going to give you at age 65.
Okay.
Or 70, whatever works.
Depending on when you want to use
you can
that
do it.
income.
You can do it either way.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is the algorithm and the calculation is going to determine the face value,
mm-hmm.
so that it doesn't become a taxable event.
So it's more like a reverse engineer about the idea of life insurance. Like, oh, this is the money I can put in.
Yeah, I'm engineering, as you put it, the policy to do what I want it to do. So if I were just buying life insurance like we talked about earlier, it's pure and simple. The agent writes it for a death benefit because that was the purpose of it. All right. Very little cash value, more death benefit, and so forth. But if I'm building it for cash value, I want my death benefit to be lower and my cash value to be higher. So it all boils down to how the premium is infused into the policy and how the structure is built. There are many companies that offer IULs, ULs, IULs, term insurance. It's important to look at each company, whether they're an A, their ratings, and their products they offer, and compare them. Do a matrix. And then make a decision. You might want to break it down between types of allocations. You want to make sure you want to look at the cost of insurance, because every insurance company has different costs of insurance. You want to look at premium load, because they all have different premium loads. And you want to look at admin costs, because those costs could be different as well. So when you're shopping for insurance, you want to shop for the least. Because when you're paying these out of your premium, the rest of it goes into cash value. And what products are going to best fit your demand? There are products out there that have minimum growth values, and so that might be something that might interest you and might help enhance the growth of the policy. So you have to always compare. And one thing you have to also understand is that insurance companies will come up with a product, they'll market it, another insurance company will they all watch each other, then they'll come up with a product similar or better. They're being competitive, which is great. You want competitive. So so it's important to shop